So good evening, Nakuru. The president is around. He's going to have meetings with leaders. So I thought I would wish to propose a few things here which are of concern in touching of national government that we have collected from people across the county. Now, Nakuru residents also pay taxes. They have expectations that were supposed to be put in this 5 year of this government, and Nakuru contributes GDP nationally, second to Nairobi. So it's number 2 out of 47 counties, and they have expectations. So I have a few issues here that I've gathered. We need to bring them to their attention. Number one is the issue of Naivasha. Let me start with Naivasha. Kihoto land, over 15 to 20,000 people have been displaced by lysine waters from Lake Naivasha. Thousands and hundreds of people are suffering. People don't have money to go and hire houses in town. They are living there in the midst of water, sewerage and all that confusion. That's a humanitarian crisis, and we're asking the government to buy off land elsewhere, settle those people so permanently that land can be reclaimed for the lake, so that trees can be planted there, and if the water lyses, there's no destruction to human life and devastation. Two, Mbae victims, the ones that were washed by water from upstream. It's now 2 years. They were promised 300 million for compensation and to help them settle, and also some land which has not been done. That's an issue that should come up in the meeting so that it can be fast tracked. There's the issue of Gadima, a village in Mbae. They have been complaining that there are some investors who have been licensed, but they overdo their work, and these stones flying over roofs of people, they have caused a lot of disabilities there, and it's a NEMA issue. The NEMA have been there, but they should be asked to enforce the law so that there is a peaceful coexistence between the investors and the people of Gadima. Now, there's an issue in Naivasha where locals went to Kenya Railways those years. They got leases, but they have been evicted. Other people, more powerful people, have been given the leases, and they are doing permanent buildings, shopping malls on land on ladies. How far leases on Kenya Railways can be given to put up permanent houses, permanent buildings, is another issue there, and that's a concern. Now, when Nakuru residents refused the land of Afraha to be used for affordable housing, the project was taken to Naivasha very fast and put on a land that was meant specifically, the land was donated by the well-wishers for public playing field. Now, the land is the one who's been done affordable housing, no public participation. How far that one can go and how sustainable it can be is another story. That's an issue that is disturbing Naivasha people. It needs attention. Now, on Gilgil, there's a road called Jogo, Kitangwanyi, Munanda, Tangitano, all the way back to Kiamboko, Kongasis. That road was supposed to be launched 2 years ago by the national government. We are told that there's a contractor who has been awarded. Locals are saying before if they finish all that road, they should do what I call maintenance from Jogo to Kiptangwanyi, to Munanda, Tangitano, all the way back, because the road is simply impassable. There is no activity going there. You cannot get out farm produce there. Before the contractor finishes work, let them go and do some maintenance on that road. The other part is the part from Kikope all the way to Mutaita. That road has never been tarmacked since independence. I'm told it has been advertised, and we hope to see the progress. But also the road from Pipeline all the way to past Mutaita to go to Mitimingi, Maunarok, and also that is one section of road. It was given out, the road was done 2-3 years, potholes. Well, Kera says that it was supposed to be low bitumen, and then heavy traffic has been using it. But also I'm told the low bitumen was supposed to be upgraded to a heavy vehicle road. That one should be done, because then it's a waste to spend so much money on low bitumen and it cannot be used. There's section also from Mitimingi all the way to Stombili, all the way going to past Mauche, connecting Bomet. It was given another contractor who did some job, but the load is full of potholes. Again, low bitumen. What was supposed to be done according to the Minister of Roads, it was supposed to be upgraded after a few years. The money was supposed to put so the road is upgraded, but it's not done. So these are issues locals have a problem with. Today you cannot have a smooth ride from Gilgit to Joro, because that road all the way from Kipokope to Mutaita, from Pipeline to all the way to Mitimingi to Maunaro to Stombili, it's bad road, and this is the work of the national government that should be done. But also the road from Kongoni to Nabibi, I'm told it's going to be launched, commissioned rather, by the president. It's going to pass through areas and all the way to Tangitano. Quickly to Joro. There's the issue of Kiwanja Bele. This land is supposed to be the county government, which is pushing it back to national government. And we are saying, now that the two are in Nakuru, they should agree that the land, instead of forcing locals to go to court, imagine going, contributing money to go to court against government. Yet the people woke up to vote for the government. Yet they can sit down and agree, if there's no foul play, or if there's nobody who wants to grab that land, 100 acres, they should agree that the locals who are there should be given title deeds. Then the case is withdrawn and the people can be given their title deeds. That is something that we expect out of those meetings that are going to be held there. Egerton land. There was a proposal for Egerton to heave some land, to give land for the County Aggregation Industrial Park and EPZ in Nakuru, which was earmarked. But the problem came that when the request was made, the VC was approached by the local team, the county team, to go hive further the land for the industries to be given, to get out titles in private names. The VC refused, and that is a problem. Then locals discovered and they went to court. So why Nakuru has no KIP or EPZ is because the land was supposed to be given to county government for the use. Some people went and they insisted it comes out in their name. They subdivided the land. Gogorei land belongs also to Egerton University. It should be safeguarded. Locals are raising issues about private people, 2,000, 3,000 acres being given there to do private farming. Now, in Moro, there is a small issue about the climbing lane at Alemi, where 12 people perished. The deputy governor went there for burial, and he said in a week's time, the design will be done to create a climbing lane. To date, nothing has happened. Quickly to Rongai. The Banita settlement scheme was a national government project to give people land to settle there, 5 acres and some plots. But after the cases were over, 2020, some people came there and began doing double allocation. That is something that should be done by the national government to strengthen that report so that the people who are original can be given the land. Right now, another case has been put in court and the matter is going on and on. It's very unfortunate because that's an administrative issue. The government should make sure nobody interferes with the original or the original ROT. So the case is withdrawn and people are given title deeds. As a matter should be handled, should be discussed. Although it's a court matter, it can be handled administratively. Then the matter goes to court and it's withdrawn. Now, at the border of Rongai and Subukia, 167,000 people are facing eviction because government through NEMA gave a license to GDC to evict them, or rather, a proposal to take them out. No public participation, no their involvement, no information, no nothing. And the NEMA complaints committee came on the ground, and they have agreed with the people that there was no public participation. So why should the government wait until the people go to court to get orders not to evict them? Yes, it is government. Why? These are people who voted for the government. They should go make an executive order for GDC to go and do Javamo in other places where there are no people. And finally, the land at Shalom was bought by government for resettlement of IDPs. Of course, there was a caveat that you cannot sell the land until after 10 years. 10 years lapsed. I think 2019. The government should remove the green cards so people can get it on this so that they can use their land. Subukia, 3 issues. 1, de-risk the 6th road. That road was done by a Chinese 3-4 years ago from Bahati to Rongai to Subukia. Now, the contractor was never paid, so he left the site. Now, the road is full of potholes. So the question is, he should be paid so he can repair the road, so he can hand it over. It's a disaster. Then, the murder of Eric Koros, that issue should be settled. He died in a police cell, and nobody has been arrested so far in terms of the administration and the police security issues. That matter should be fast-tracked because the family is mourning and is crying and is in tears. I want to bring that matter very seriously. It should be handled very carefully. On the same issue, let me go back quickly to the issue of cattle rustling and murders in Kihika. This year alone, 4 murders have happened for people from one community going to attack the other community and stealing cattle and chicken and goats and all that. Recently, a man was murdered. So we are saying that among the issues we need in Nakuru to be considered, to be discussed at the national level, is the issue of peaceful coexistence. We want to say that we want a place where in Nakuru people go do their things peacefully and with inclusivity, and people continue before, during and after the elections. It should be handled as a matter of concern. That issue of cattle rustling and murders is an early warning signal of what could happen in future, and it should be curtailed from the right away. We have proposed a meeting between the 2 communities of elders to come and clear out the issues, and one of the things that is going to be done is for the other community to be asked to be accountable produce the people who murder people and who steal their cattle. That is the way to go. Otherwise, if it has to go on, it can affect other parts of the county. Now, Bahati, there's a road, the long-awaited road from Githioro all the way to Heshima, to Maidisaba. It was supposed to go to Dongeri, all the way to Longai and get out at Kampiamoto and Sarga to be a bypass. At least it has stagnated economic activities in a big way in Bahati. That's the priority waited for. And finally, Nakuru town, the War Memorial Hospital is a tussle between the county government and national government. It's in court 10 orders later. It has not been opened. We want to state clearly that the people of Nakuru, they want the War Memorial to revert back to the Nakuru War Memorial Hospital to continue treating them. 25 acres. They are opposed to any manner of grabbing that land. That land should be left to whoever he is. We are in court. We are going to defend it to the end. Now, there has been a trend in Nakuru town of again railway land being leased out to people who are putting up permanent houses. We want to find out how many years they have leased and whether it's legal. Putting up petrol stations, putting up big buildings, you know, and the leases were cancelled from other people. That's a big issue. And finally, I want to say from the issue of the Riloni Maimahio, Riloni Mausamet Road. Now, the people of Kenya and Nakuru have been pushed to desperation. This project was supposed to start 3 years ago. By now, the road should be uncommissioned. There was a delay because we were told that they were going to, it was cancelled because they were tolling the road. Now the road is back. We are told it will be tolled. Secondly, the price has increased from 160 billion to 200 billion. Thirdly, we are paying for fuel levy. We are paying for NSSF, which is also part of the team there, and that amounts to multiple taxation. But we are saying, as Nakuru people, because of the deaths happening every day in that road, to the Mau Cliff escarpment, the road from Nakuru all the way to Naivasha, all the way to Mausabit, we have agreed that the road continues. We are not going to oppose the project, but because we have let the road proceed, we can handle those other issues. We can handle those other issues later. So, but the only condition we are giving is that please, the local people in Nakuru must take part in that contract. We don't want people to sit in Nairobi and dish themselves subcontracts. We asking the people from Mau, from Sobea, from Nakuru town, Gilgil, Naivasha, Maimahiu, Rironi, to sit down. We have written a letter to Genha. We met them. We are waiting for the final contractor to be given. Negotiation to finish this week. We go sit down with the local business community who will be given contracts. If they want jobs, they are going to write to that team. Then the request will be made to all the groups. You know, the business community of every town will be the ones who will be in charge of getting labor, getting machinery, all those kind of things. It's going to be a consortium that's going to sit down with the Kenha, with the contractor through Kenha, to agree what the contractor will do, what the local community will do. That is my considered opinion. We are going to work under a structured agreement so that at least for the 200 billion, the Nakuru and Kiambu community can get as much possible as possible to go to the ground because of the disturbance that's going to be to cause to that road. We cannot wait for the road to start. By now it should be commissioned. We are going to move on. But I've talked to Kenya, I've talked to the PS for roads. I've talked to all telling them we are waiting to go and have negotiation properly. Nakuru business community, we are going to involve the DCC who are going to be part of the team. We are going to involve the representatives of the MCAs and MPs, but let the local community carry it. We don't want politicians to be the one dishing out jobs and controlling all these kind of things. Let it be controlled by the business community. We hope for the best. Those are just some of the things we have picked, and others more which are there that should be considered. And we expect the community that will come out of those meetings will have this and many more other things for the benefit of Nakuru people.